Welcome back, dudes. This is Deez Dudes here. We're in our final review of our side-scrolling retro game called Super Cyborg. Purchased on Steam for around $5. Why don't you take it away, DK, with a little bit of info about this game?
Alright, it was $4.99 on Steam.
$4.99?
$4.99.
$5.
So yeah, it's similar to games like Mega Man, Metal Slug, kind of like Super Metroid, but Super Metroid's kind of a different pace. Other than that, it fit its tags very well. It's a fast action, side-scrolling shoot 'em up with a retro theme.
Yeah, I kind of called it a reflex shooter. There's a lot of things popping out. You gotta really be ready to move in this game. No standing still.
Yeah, it's one of the few side-scrolling games that I found that two-player actually makes it harder.
Yeah.
Now, it does increase enemy spawns, which makes sense because there's more dudes. But how they would do it was instead of how you see in the gameplay, there's two dudes coming out from each side. There'd only be one if you're a single player. So it keeps things that can kill you down. So that makes it a little bit easier to play on single player. But it also, if you notice that a lot of times when we die when we're playing early on, one of our players has trapped the other player near the edge of the screen, and you can't move faster than
you can't see
than the green guys, so they just sneak up and get you.
It's difficult for any setting. Anything you play on, they make it very difficult. It's definitely not a game you can pick up and run through all 7 levels right off the bat.
Which, for that retro theme of how there's 2 ways to make a game play longer. You either have straight storyline, or you add in difficulty so it takes longer to achieve the same goal.
Right.
And with the retro theme, since these games were supposed to be small, because think about it, this would be like Metal Slug in the 80s.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the game works. It works. I mean, like you said, it gives you plenty of play hours, regardless if it's on the same level or not. It's simple, can really be enjoyable for a while for somebody.
Yeah,
I know it was for me.
So we have it where we made it to halfway through on level 3.
A mini boss on level 3.
A mini boss. We thought it was the real boss.
Yeah.
But it fooled us with
you
how
watch
hard
the series,
you'll understand. But that took us about 2.5 hours to get to that point where we were at. And that's starting from brand new. So probably you're going to be looking at 5 to 7 hours is what I would estimate it at.
No, hardcore gaming, picking it up, coming like after a day not playing the game. I think you'd have a little bit more trouble than sitting down and trying to run through it, because there's a bit of memorization that goes along with the game, kind of like Super Mario, where okay, I'm gonna have to jump, or Red Man's coming up behind me here, and you kind of forget those little aspects that potentially will cause you to lose a life.
And which you're going to need all of them, especially when you get to that boss.
Yeah.
I did have a slight issue with its controls. They're a little bit bulky for what it is. I mean, we played on a controller, or how it calls gamepads, which is...
Yeah.
But...
definitely keeping the retro.
The setup on the controls was fitting, but like its lock feature didn't really work well with me.
Yeah. I would much rather them put in, like we were talking about in the earlier videos, the ability to aim behind you and run forward. Just your look is separated from
your
movement.
look being separated from movement.
Yeah. That would make the game a little bit easier. I know that might be me just trying to take the easy way out. Maybe the game is designed to be that way, but yeah, regardless, I think there should. Maybe I'm just used to Metal Slug, those kind of games, but...
Yeah. But there's also where, in this game, if you'll see on the ramps, especially right now, they're on a 30-degree angle. Well, you can only shoot on 45s.
Yeah.
So going up or down slopes, and in later levels, which there's a lot of slopes, you get pretty much screwed over just by, you can't shoot this dude until he's like right on top of you.
Mm-hmm. There's dudes running up behind you, and they're a lot faster than you are, so they always catch up.
And to kill anything on a slope that's getting close, you have to jump. Well, jumping puts you in a whole nother region of doom where oh hey, now I gotta worry about dodging these projectiles as I'm coming back to the ground.
Of course.
Because there was a turret right there that kept killing us.
Yeah, as far as mechanics go, what do you think should have been added, DK?
A point aim system. Like, instead of lock, have it where you're holding X or whatever button you set for the lock, and you control where your gun's pointing with one of the sticks.
Right, like what you were talking about previously. Yeah,
and then you can still move with the other stick or the D-pad depending on which stick you use.
Right.
If I used it on a trigger like I thought I was going to, and set it on hold.
Oh, that'd been perfect.
Yeah.
That'd been perfect.
Because like the liquid bin on the
just like any modern
right
shooter.
thumb. Yeah.
I personally would like to have seen more power-ups, especially during two-player. Yeah, it would definitely make the... not necessarily more,
they
but...
can already increase the spawn rate of certain things. Because as, like what I was talking about, the green dudes that show up, there's 2 in a row on two-player instead of just 1.
Right.
Yeah. So just make 2 power-ups spawn. They can be the exact same one, that's fine.
Yeah, but they also need a little bit more diverse power-ups, too. You get machine gun, shotgun, laser, and energy weapon. There could have been something like grenade launcher that did AoE, like you shot it up, maybe it'd come back down on top of you. I don't know. Since they're already doing multi-layer levels, maybe incorporate grenades. You could do a flamethrower that would kill most of the bees and easier AoE, something like that.
Yeah, basically what they have right now is 3 powers of machine gun, which would be like your base standard weapon, the M power up, which was the machine gun.
Yep.
And then the laser was the same basic weapon, it's just faster, deals more damage. And then there's the shotgun power up, which is an AoE.
And then
the energy bomb. And those are the only two AoE ones, which is basically like physical weapon energy. It just blows up. Different mechanics. One doesn't go as far, but
just more
so
diverse.
I could add in another AoE one like the flamethrower. That's a really good idea.
More diverse power-ups. That's all I'd like to see.
There was also rapid, and that all that did was increase your fire rate no matter what weapon you were using. Entertainment value. Was it worth $4.99?
It was. It was. If you like a challenge, I mean, this is a game. I mean, you have to stay on the edge of your seat. You have to pay attention. There's no slacking in it. Like I said, it's a reflex shooter. So if your reflexes aren't keen, then you're gonna die in this game. Like we proved to.
It's just how fast do you learn?
Yeah, we definitely were not prepared right off the bat. We thought it was gonna be a little bit more lax, kind of.
If anyone watched
Mega
the series,
Man, Metroid-ish, but no.
If you guys watched the series, there was a lot of us dying repeatedly over and over and over.
Like I said,
same things.
Like I said, Mario. You gotta memorize.
I thought it was worth it as well. I mean, I already gave it time comparison. So $5 for 5 hours of hardcore gaming at the minimum of our estimate.
Yep.
That means $1 an hour.
Of course.
And you can get more. And you get more plays out of it. It's got really good replay value, I think.
Can't even buy a candy bar for $1 anymore. That only gives you 10 minutes entertainment.
So let's just wrap it up. What are we at? 10 minutes. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna finish your thought.
It's gone. It's gone forever.
You didn't have it written down?
We got it. Yeah, I didn't have it written down. I was improvising for a little bit.
Oh shit.
Ratings. We still got the rating.
Go ahead.
I gave it a 5.3 out of 7 Deez.
5.3? Why?
See, I like its style. It really appealed to me. So I did count off for its clunky controls and the angles that you have to fight at that get you stuck in certain sections. And after playing single player, I kind of saw that it made it easier just because you have one person in the middle of the screen, so I gave it a little bit more.
Okay.
A little bit over half for that. Its difficulty makes it replayable. Because you're like, man, I breezed through level 1, and then let's see if I can get level 2 as easy. And then you can have different save slots where, like, okay, this is level 3, or this is level 4. And so if you could, it'd be nice if you can make it through the menu where you could just play a level. And that would probably increase its replay value a lot more.
After it's unlocked or something.
Yeah. And then that would make it more like Mega Man X, if you remember that.
Yeah.
So what else do I have here? I like that it does scale the enemies from 1 to 2 players. I thought that was neat whenever I discovered it. Because that makes it harder as a 2-player experience to keep it the same kind of playtime through difficulty.
Yeah.
So what'd you give it?
4.7 Deez.
4.7. So we're pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Needs slight improvement, like you said, with controls, with 45-degree angles. It was what I expected. I wasn't the biggest fan of Metal Slug or Mega Man or any of those games. Side scrollers in general, I never was a big fan of. But this one did keep me entertained. It was worth the money, $5. I mean, I remember spending $20 on Mega Man. You know, or $5 just to rent it. So
$5 just to rent it.
So yeah, it was worth the money. 4.7 Deez.
Alrighty. I wonder if you dudes agree.
Let us know in the comments how many Deez you gave it.
If you played through, if you enjoyed it. If you guys have a suggestion for next week, let us know. We'll try to select a game by Saturday or Sunday for playing next Tuesday on Indie Investigations with these dudes.
Later, dudes.